Good afternoon, my sorors. I was born in Albany, Georgia, but I was destined to be a New York City girl. I earned my Bachelor of Arts degree from Howard University and my Master of Arts degree from New York University. After graduation from Howard, I pursued my passion for theatrical arts. During my acting career, I often used the name Arceola Archer and performed in many Broadway, off-Broadway, and way off-Broadway productions, including the 1960 New York Shakespeare Festival. In addition to my work as an actor, I was also a director, a professor, and a producer. My work with the American Negro Theater helped launch the theatrical careers of Harold Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, Ossie Davis, and sorors Ellen Holly and Ruby Dee. Like all Deltas, I was committed to social justice. I worked hard to champion equality and justice for men and women in the performing arts. As a member of the Actors Equity Labor Union, I worked to combat racial discrimination in the arts and served on the Committee for Minority Affairs. After I helped the union to organize a boycott, we convinced the National Theater to change its white-only admission policy. Obviously, these people underestimated the power of a Delta on a mission. I also continued my commitment to Delta by serving as National Treasurer under the first national president, my friend, Dr. Sadie T.M. Alexander, and serving on the Sororities Commission for Arts and Letters. Sorors, I know that you're living in very uncertain times. Today's peace can easily become tomorrow's turmoil, but I pray that you never stop working for a better tomorrow. In the words of my former student and our soror, Ruby Dee Davis, never stop praying that God will make you so uncomfortable that you will finally do the very thing that you fear. My name is Arceola Marie McCarthy Adams.
Hello, my beloved sorors. It is such a pleasure to be back among my New York sorors, and especially the queens of queens. I hail from Wilmington, Delaware, and am a proud graduate of Howard University. Following graduation, I began my career as an educator and taught in schools in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Washington, D.C. However, I found my home in New York City, where I taught in the public school system at PS 108 in Richmond Hill, Queens. When I was first hired, I was the school's first black teacher in a school that didn't have any black students. But we made it work, and I stayed at the school for 27 years until my retirement. I truly believe that equity and justice for our community begins with a good education. So I dedicated myself toward the goal of equal access to education for the poor and disenfranchised. I was a passionate educator, a wife, a mother of the community, and a committed Delta. I was proud to be one of the founders of our beloved sisterhood in 1913, and proud again to become one of the 11 charter members of the Delta Theta Sigma chapter in 1951. The chapter's name was changed to the Long Island Alumni Chapter, and then in 1965 became the illustrious Queens Alumni Chapter. Sorors, as we celebrate our sisterhood today, remember to work hard, to pray often, and to always remember to keep the joy in our sisterhood. As I told the sorors of Queens Alumni in my last words to the chapter, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. My name is Ethel Cuff Black.
Greetings to my sorors of the New York metro area. I was born in Pennsylvania while my father was a theology student at Lincoln University. In 1901, my family moved to Washingtonville, New York, in the beautiful Mid-Hudson Valley. I began my teaching career in St. Louis, and after a few years, I married and moved to New York City. Several of us joined what is now called the New York Alumni Chapter. In 1947, I moved back home to Washingtonville and eventually became a member of the Mid-Hudson Alumni Chapter. I love being with all my sorors, but I had a special bond being a member of the original 22. The death of soror Bertha Pitts Campbell truly broke my heart. When she died, I realized that all of the rest of the original Delta girls had left me all alone as the only living founder. They were all your soror founders, and they were my soror friends who I love very much. But my wonderful sorors continued to celebrate life with me when they hosted a beautiful 100th birthday celebration for me. Oh, the fun we had that day with more than 600 sorors from all over the country. The regional director, the national president, past national presidents, future national and regional officers, leaders, and Deltas, young and not so young. In fact, I see soror Elsie Cook Holmes here today. She traveled all the way to the Mid-Hudson Valley to join in the celebration. I was a junior at Howard when we formed Delta Sigma Theta. We knew that we wanted to develop the sorority as not just a social group, but as a working group. No matter where in the country we went and what vocation we chose, we remained committed to social justice, to scholarship, sisterhood, and service. Sorors, all of the 22 are gone now, but we left you with a legacy of change, a legacy of excellence, and a legacy that has, for 107 years, sustained the joy in our sisterhood. We, the founders, are no longer with you in body, but we are always with you in spirit. Count it all joy. My name is Naomi Sewell Richardson.